Mikel Arteta claims Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will have a better season after the Arsenal captain hits a hat-trick. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is backing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to be spurred on by the return of fans this season after he hit a hat-trick in their second-round Carabao Cup romp at West Brom. The Gunners got their campaign up and running with a 6-0 rout of a much-changed West Brom team as Aubameyang shone on his first start of the season. Nicolas Pepe, Bukayo Saka and Alexandre Lacazette also got on the score sheet to at least temporarily ease the pressure on Arteta. Aubameyang was struck down with COVID and missed the opening day loss at Brentford before coming off the bench in defeat to Chelsea. He returned at the Hawthorns and scored with 2 close-range efforts before sealing his hat-trick with a curling strike. His name rang from the away end and, for the second game running, he gave his shirt to a fan before heading down the tunnel. Asked if the fans returning following the end of COVID restrictions can make a difference in Aubameyang's performances, Arteta replied, "I hope they do. Obviously he is a really happy character and he needs that connection with people, with family, with friends, with fans. You could see the interaction when he left the pitch and I think that is something really positive for him, yes." Mikel Arteta was pleased to get a win under his belt ahead of Saturday's tough trip to Manchester City. "When you lose a game, as quick as possible you have to win," he added. "Today's game is going to give us some confidence. We had players who played some first minutes. Auba after his COVID, to get some minutes and score 3 goals for his confidence is going to be great. Overall I think a really positive night. West Brom are only a championship club so Arsenal should not happy too much about this win. I hope Arsenal will bring this victory and spirit to fight against Manchester City this weekend. Wish all the best for Arsenal because Manchester City are too strong and they are one of these best club in the world this moment." Mikel Arteta reveals further Arsenal exits are planned after Carabao Cup win. Mikel Arteta has confirmed that further departures are expected at Arsenal before the transfer window closes. Lucas Torreira became the latest player to leave the Gunners on Wednesday as he completed his season-long loan to Fiorentina. The Gunners remain in the market for a new right-back as Hector Bellerin remains determined to leave the club, while Lyon midfielder Houssem Aouar is also available to be signed before Tuesday's deadline. Several players in Arteta's squad have uncertain futures with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Sead Kolasinac, Eddie Nketiah, Mohamed Elneny and Alexandre Lacazette all linked with moves away. And Arteta revealed after Arsenal's 6-0 win over West Brom in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday evening that more players will be leaving the club. When asked about Arsenal's potential incomings and outgoings before the window closes, Arteta told Sky Sports, "I don't know what will happen. A few days to go. Some exits are planned. As you say, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Sead Kolasinac leaving is speculation. While they're here we try to treat everybody as good as we can, give them minutes. They have incredible attitude so when we can reward them with minutes because they deserve that." Arteta was also impressed by the performances of new signings Martin Odegaard and Aaron Ramsdale in Arsenal's comfortable win over West Brom. "They were very good, the both of them," said Arteta. "Martin gives us something different we don't have with any other player. Aaron looked very comfortable. He's a big personality. Ramsdale hasn't trained a lot with us. He's a really young goalkeeper who has done a lot in this league already." Lyon confirm Houssem Aouar wants to leave but Arsenal and Tottenham yet to submit bids. Lyon have revealed that Houssem Aouar is keen to leave the club but Arsenal and Tottenham are yet to make an approach. The Gunners wanted to sign Aouar last summer but their £32 million bid was turned down by Lyon, who wanted a fee closer to €60 million, £55.5 million. Tottenham, meanwhile, are also exploring the possibility of a deal for the 23-year-old but are currently prioritising other moves first. Lyon have been open to selling Aouar this summer and had even lowered the midfielder's asking price to just £25 million. But the French club have not received any concrete interest and reports are now claiming that they would even be willing to allow Aouar to leave on loan with an obligation to buy as part of the deal. When asked about Aouar's situation on Wednesday, Lyon's general manager Vincent Poncet confirmed the midfielder wants to move clubs before the transfer window closes. "He's been playing with us for a while and he aspires to play elsewhere," said Poncet. "But if he plays here he will be very happy and so will we. In this system, I think he still has a lot to give." Meanwhile, Lyon's president Jean-Michel has revealed that clubs have made inquiries for Aouar but are yet to follow up their interest with a bid. Despite several discussions, no concrete offer has been made, at least for the moment, he said. To be honest, Arsenal should buy Houssem Aouar to strengthen their midfield. With only £25 million, I think this price is so good for experienced player like Houssem Aouar. I'm happy to see him playing at the Emirates Stadium in this season. How's about your thoughts? Leave your comment below video. Fenerbahce are interested in Sead Kolasinac and reportedly in talks for the player, but there's no agreement and club sources deny negotiations are underway. Fabrizio Romano reports that talks are on between Arsenal and Fenerbahce for Sead Kolasinac, but there's no agreement yet. Meanwhile, the AFC Bell suggests there may not be any ongoing negotiations at all. Fenerbahce board member Selahattin Baki reportedly tells them Kolasinac is highly admired and a target, but no negotiations are underway just yet. However, Chris Wheatley revealed that Arsenal and Fenerbahce had been in talks, with personal terms agreed between the player and his potential new club. It's very possible Baki is only publicly denying these reports to avoid a backlash if the deal doesn't go through. If it does happen, the expectation is that Arsenal will receive a fee, but not a large one. The main boost is getting Kolasinac's wages off the books. Arsenal are well covered at left-back following the arrival of Nuno Tavares. Kieran Tierney is the clear first choice for Mikel Arteta, but Tavares is impressing in his cameo appearances and can fill in for Tierney whenever the Scotland international is unavailable. Kolasinac's future at Arsenal is over and he needs to leave to secure his career. Arsenal open to selling Elneny for acceptable offer. While Mohamed Elneny is expected to remain at Arsenal, it has been reported that they might sell him if a right offer comes their way. During the last season, Elneny was a regular in Arsenal's lineup, as under Arteta he played a total of 41 games with the Gunners, scoring 3 goals along the way. Elneny has also won the Arsenal Goal of the Season award last year for his strike against Dundalk FC in the Europa League group stages. However, he hasn't seen playtime in this year as he was benched in Arsenal's 2 opening Premier League games, which they lost to newly promoted Brentford FC and Chelsea. It was recently rumoured the Egypt international might leave North London to return to Besiktas, where he had spent the 2019-20 season on loan. It was also believed newly promoted Watford were interested in Elneny's services and were prepared to make an offer for the 29-year-old. Arsenal are open to selling the player if they get an acceptable offer, even though he's in Mikel Arteta's plans for the season, saying every player has a price. Arsenal's Lucas Torreira completes loan move to Fiorentina. Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira has completed a loan move to Fiorentina. The Serie A club have confirmed that the loan includes an option to make the deal permanent, which the Athletic understands is to be in the region of around €15 million. The 25-year-old, who will wear the number 18 shirt at Fiorentina, spent last season on loan with Atletico Madrid, helping the club win La Liga before returning to Arsenal. The Uruguay international is keen to return to Serie A, however, where he previously played for Sampdoria before joining Arsenal in July 2018. Torreira has made 63 Premier League appearances for Arsenal and has scored 3 goals in the top flight since his arrival 3 years ago. The 25-year-old was hoping to be part of the Gunners squad for the upcoming season following his loan at Atletico Madrid last term, but has reportedly been told by Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta that he would not be part of his plans. Wish him all the best in the new club and enjoy playing football to keep developing his career. Willian's agent Kia Joorabchian is trying to get the Brazilian a move from Arsenal to Corinthians. The winger has been a shadow of his former self since moving from Chelsea. Both Arsenal and Willian are now prepared to part ways, despite the winger having 2 years left to run on his current contract. And Joorabchian told Globo Esporte, "We're looking forward to making this happen. For me it's very important to help as much as possible." A loan deal with Arsenal still paying a significant portion of his eye-watering £220,000 a week wages is all that can be expected, as Corinthians cannot afford even half of that. Willian is yet to be involved this season following a positive test for coronavirus on the eve of the campaign. In his debut campaign following a free transfer from Chelsea, he contributed only 1 goal in 37 appearances. Currently behind the likes of Emile Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard and Reiss Nelson in the pecking order at Emirates Stadium, Willian made it clear he wanted to leave the club this summer. Mikel Arteta speaks out on under fire Arsenal transfer chief Edu's role in key summer deal. Mikel Arteta has hailed the work of under fire Arsenal technical director Edu after the Brazilian played a key role in the signing of Martin Odegaard. The Norway international impressed during a 6-month loan spell in North London during the second half of last season, but returned to Real Madrid hoping to establish himself as part of Carlo Ancelotti's first-team squad. Odegaard, however, was deemed surplus to requirements by Zinedine Zidane's successor, and Arsenal moved swiftly to secure his return to North London on a permanent basis at an initial cost of £27 million. Overall, Arsenal have spent £130 million this summer, more than any Premier League club, but have started the season with successive defeats to Brentford and Chelsea. Despite the investment, Edu is under pressure and was abused by his own fans during Sunday's 2-0 loss against Chelsea. Reports on Tuesday claimed the Gunners are already lining up replacements for their transfer chief, but Arteta insists the Brazilian's work in getting the Odegaard deal over the line should be acknowledged. He said, "I was really happy because at one stage we thought it wouldn't be possible. Madrid wasn't very keen on selling the player. Martin always expressed his desire to come, but it wasn't looking very possible, and then the door opened and straight away the club was really supportive. Edu did a great job to manage the situation and we got the player that we wanted, and we know because we have experience already with him for 6 months. I think he makes the rest of the players around him better. His work ethic is phenomenal, the way he goes about his job, his professionalism, his character, he's a very likable person. I think he has fitted really well into the culture, and then for the way we want to play, he's a player with exceptional qualities to add to them. Time is over for excuses and compliment each other. Mikel Arteta and Edu should focus on the team, how to win in the Premier League as soon as possible if they want to keep the job. We don't want to hear your talk anymore. What we want from you that an action quickly from the team to make Arsenal become a big team."
If you like the video, like, share.